10 o'clock at night here, but
Say again, Gwen.
it's 10 o'clock at night here, but it's still light and beautiful out.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And say again your location, just because I don't think I was recording.
Kinsale, Ireland.
Amazing. Well, she said she might try to pop in. Jen, our designer, might pop in, and I bet she'd be excited to see that you're over in Ireland.
That would be fun.
That's amazing that it's still daylight there. When we were there in March, the time had just changed. So it was like, I guess, 7-ish or so that it was starting to get dark. So what a difference a couple months makes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
nice.
bought yarn already, so.
Have to do that.
I muted Gwen and then I muted my anyway. Gwen, do you have show and tell yarn for us
I
to
don't. I sent it home because it was in a package of 12. Got some Donegal tweed.
Ooh, amazing. I'm making notes here. How long have you been over there so far, Gwen?
Well, we were supposed to come on the 23rd, but our plane never left JFK. We lost the hydraulic system on the plane, so they brought us in, and we were in Brooklyn for 2 nights.
Oh,
So we finally got here, I think it was Monday. So we lost 2 days of our trip, but that's okay. We're all here now and everybody's safe.
Good.
Phew. Let's see. Well, it's so good to see folks here. And it looks like Zena, I see you're back with us. Nice to see you.
Yes. Sorry, I was on vacation, then was sick, so didn't want to cough on the too much on the Zoom. But
Well,
I finished. It looks beautiful.
pretty.
beautiful.
I still have to steam my you can see the difference. I just finished them after I washed it, so I have to wash it all together.
I love your neckline, and that's the soft lino. It's beautiful knit up. Let me spotlight you just so we can really make sure that we're all seeing. Okay.
Yes, I did it like another option without ribbon.
Uh-huh. Lovely.
So it's a little like rolling.
Yep.
Because it's a summer, so I decided to do the summer.
Nice and relaxed. Beautiful.
Yeah, like I said, you can see the difference on the sleeve.
So nice. And looks like Helen. Hello. How are you?
Good.
And you're joining us from Colorado with your beautiful marine. Is it merino and possum or wool and possum?
Merino. Merino and possum from the stash.
Let's hold that up. I'm
Mhm.
going to pin you so we can all see. Ah,
Now let's see.
Pretty.
oof,
Pretty.
so
This
pretty.
looks pretty, very pretty.
It's very soft. And just the right amount of warmth and not too much, I hope. So
And are you going to do long sleeves?
I don't think so. I was, at least at this point, short sleeves or maybe 3/4 sleeves. And doing the same ribbing for the arms.
Beautiful.
So it's the idea.
That's gorgeous. I agree that this DK weight wool is such a nice weight for a sweater. I feel like a lot of my sweaters are heavier, and it's nice to have something that, is not extreme wool thickness.
I stopped doing sweaters because they were just too warm.
Let's see. So it looks like Teresa is modeling hers for us. Beautiful. And let's see who else is on here. We've got Susan. You're on second sleeve, it looks like.
I am second sleeve, and I'm making good progress. If I wasn't going to Maine in a few days, I'd be finished by the end of the week. But I don't want to lose my place. But here I am. Well, that's the back, but
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
I tried. I think it might. I tried it on when I finished the first sleeve, and the back looked a bit wonky. But maybe after I block it, and you know what? If it's a little too big, then it's a little too big.
Let me ask you about the back wonkiness, because mine definitely looked wonky. It was all bloopity bloopity bloop in the middle part of it where the short rows were. And it blocked out just fine.
Good. Okay. Because I just don't think I could have gone smaller in the bust. I really don't. So it's like, yeah. So we'll see what happens. If it's everywhere else.
Yeah, I bet that the blocking will really help. This yarn blocks beautifully.
Oh, perfect. And I'm proud of myself for doing the tubular bind off on the sleeves. I almost abandoned it. I was like, I'm not fooling with this. I just want to get onto the second sleeve. And then I was like, no, just try it, Susan. Just try it. It's 40 something stitches. So I think I did it all right. I'll let you know after I wear it if it falls apart. But I think I did it okay.
That was hard. I had never heard of that before. And I had to do a YouTube video and keep stopping it because yeah.
Me too. Me too. And I did it. I was not brave enough to do it the way Iris had it done with pulling. I'm not there yet.
Well,
maybe
and that
next time.
and that method is not necessarily, like, most people can learn it the other way, like you obviously did, but in my brain, it didn't make sense to me until I saw it as the like 1 needle and 2 needle, and I was like, oh, okay, it's literally like what you do at the toe of a sock. So now I'm comfortable, but obviously that's why we have a million different YouTube tutorials to find the right one for us.
But I want to try it your way. But I think I'm just gonna do something, whatever one day. It's something that's a nothing, right? Just so I can practice pulling it out and not being terrified. And if I lose one, oh well, it's a nothing thing. So
yeah, you could even do it on a little swatch if you're swatching for something, put in a little extra ribbing and just play around with it at that end. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Yeah. So yeah, thanks.
Anyone else feel like giving a little update? Oh, I see. Actually, hey, Heather, how are you?
Oh,
in your
hi.
car?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'm in the car downtown Portland. But I decided it's the last meeting I have to pop in, whether I'm down here or not. So I brought my knitting and I'm in the car.
I love it. And the acoustics in your car are fantastic for Zoom. So, it's a mobile office, right?
Well, that's great. I missed what she was saying about her sweater being a little wonky. Was she saying that it looks a little misshapen in the bust?
I think she was talking about the back. Was it the back, Susan?
The back, yeah, the back looked strange to me. But I haven't blocked it yet or anything. So
because I was noticing when I stretched mine out this morning, I thought, oh, that looks a little wavy around the yoke in the top area on mine as well. And I'm crossing my fingers it will flatten out.
I think you missed my sound effect, but it was something like mine looked very bloopity bloopity bloop as well.
That's exactly, That's perfect. That's it.
And it definitely is normal now. No blooping.
Okay. All right, good. I'm excited to finish this last sleeve, and block it. And
Will you
get
hold it
all,
up for us, Heather? Will you hold it
oh,
up for us?
sure.
Because it's just so beautiful. She's using the
Sure.
Plush DK in Wicked, which is just wicked beautiful.
It's a really pretty color. Okay. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
that is
really
pretty.
pretty.
Ah,
Very nice.
It is, you could, maybe you can see the little
yeah.
bumpy things. When you lay it flat, it kind of
That's gorgeous.
looks like maybe my tension might have been off a little, but it didn't do that before. So I'm thinking, and also maybe because we blocked the yoke, would that cause a little difference in the way the body picked up?
I would say yes. And I would also say, you know, when you're doing your short rows, you're adding pearls, you're adding some purling in there. So there's that factor. But I think I think it'll probably block out beautifully.
I'm thinking it's such a great pattern. It was really fun to knit and a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Isn't it empowering when to knit a garment? Like, oh, I have 2 little sticks and a ball of yarn, and I have knitted a garment. I'm excited.
Totally love that. And it makes me think of someone who was in our Zoom group. And she was talking about how this was like the first garment that she's made for herself that's fit her in a way she likes. And she said she used a kind of inexpensive yarn because she, you know, was not super confident in her skills. And now she's like, I'm really happy with this. I know it can do it. So next time, you know, I might do it again, you know, choose, but her yarn looked pretty. She just said, you know, maybe I'll amp it up a notch next time, but it was really sweet.
It really is empowering and takes the terror out of trying something new. The stress, not terror, the stress. I was very knitting very tightly, but as I got into the yoke, I eased up a little bit. So this was a good pattern to actually be your first one, I think. Yeah.
Hooray. Anybody else want to sort of check in with their progress or share any knitting news otherwise? Some people have moved on to other projects. Mary Ellen, tell us, what are you working on?
I abandoned the Sea Haven, but I'm inspired by everyone's beautiful sweaters. It just wasn't working out right. I didn't love the yarn. I just didn't want to knit all that stock knit when I think the yarn was overhandled and the love wasn't there. So I moved on. I may go back to it, I may not, but if I do, I want to use some better yarn than what I did. So I moved on. I have 2 things I'm working on. One is the alpine lace hat. I don't know if you can.
Let me hang on, I want to spotlight you. Oh,
It's
yeah.
Wow.
very popular,
Yep.
and it's color work, but just 2 colors, one at a time. So not too bad. And I have these 2 colors.
Nice.
And then I'm also working on the hipster shawl I've made a couple of times, but it's my favorite comfort knit pattern. And I have, what is this? Neuro, the Sonata that I bought last year for another anchor, but I already made 2 anchors, one out of Sonata. So we'll see how the hipster calls for DK. I think it should be fine. So we'll see how it goes. But I know I'm gonna love it.
That's
Pretty-
awesome.
You have a picture of the hipster shawl?
I actually have one that I finished
Oh, nice.
recently.
Ooh.
That's even better.
I do have a picture of it on the pattern.
That's pretty.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
That's really
love it.
But actually, it's well, you can wear it as a scarf or a shawl. It's very versatile, and I wasn't going to do the fringe, but the fringe makes it.
Yeah, it's
You
cute.
got to do the fringe.
I like it.
Yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
such a fun knit, and this stitch, the Indian cross, I think it's really fun. I mean, once you get it, it's not hard. And
Yeah.
the rest of it's also a garter stitch.
Okay.
So it's I love making them. And
That's
it doesn't have to fit. That's the
Yeah.
good part.
there's
Right. It doesn't
that.
have to fit. And also I love that you describe it as your favorite comfort knit.
It
Um,
is. That's what it is.
The other thing that I was just going to mention, so this is a Hohi Locatelli pattern, and there's also one that if you watch our podcast, sometimes Kristen wears, it's the hipster light. So I believe that's with fingering. So nice when there's some options in terms of yarn weight.
Let me make a note of that.
I will definitely add these links to our YouTube description too. What else? Anybody else have some knitterly news or new project updates or?
I finished my vest.
Yeah.
Too big.
Too big?
Oh, no.
It's too big. It's too big.
Oh,
So I'm gonna have to redo it.
shoot.
So you're gonna
Alright.
like rip it out and
Yep. Yep. I'll start all over again.
So because of course, I'm sure I'm not the only one wondering, do you have a why do you think it's a bit too big?
Because it's big on me, and the person I'm giving it to is like my size and just a little bit smaller, maybe a little narrower in the shoulders than me. So big on me. So, and
But
I
like,
would
do you think it was a gauge issue or like choosing the wrong size issue?
wrong size.
Got it.
Yeah, I chose the wrong size.
Darn it.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've taken something out and started all over again. So, and I'm debating, I'm working on a lace thing for me, and I'm not sure that I might have to go a size down on this one too. So this is where I am now.
Well, hold on. Keep that up there. I want to spotlight you.
that's
Ooh.
pretty.
That's
Oh,
really
that's
pretty.
really pretty.
Mhm.
So I'm still kind of going along thinking it's going to work. This is the pattern.
Pretty.
Super pretty.
And
That's
what's
really
exciting is it's two pieces just like this.
Hey.
And then you seam them together.
Monterey tea, it says, huh?
Yes. It's designed by one of the women that's with Kelborn Woolens
Okay.
in Pennsylvania. I think they're out of Philadelphia.
Cool.
But I like it, and I like the way it's turning out. And I'm thinking the reason I'm hesitating to take it out is because I think it's going to stretch long instead of wide.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm concerned about the wide. So I'm just going to keep going and see what happens.
Sally forth.
Yes. Yes. And then I'll take out the other one. The vest went really fast, so I don't think that that's going to be. And if I need a break from the lace pattern, I can go back and work on that. Because although I've got a rhythm for the lace, so we'll see.
I don't love lace myself, but it really does help when there's a rhythm.
Yep. Yep. And then stitch markers are very helpful.
Definitely.
Yep.
Well, we are 20 minutes in here and we have our showcase of beautiful sweaters to look at and yokes and process pics. So let's see if I can figure out how to share my screen. And let's see. Right. Here we go. So we, for anybody who's new, we usually watch this twice because the first time, you know, you're watching it for the first time and then you want to see it again. So it's shorter this time. It's just a couple minutes, I think. Here we go.
Yay! Yay! Beautiful, beautiful sweaters.
Are
So
gorgeous.
nice. All right, should we run through it again one more time?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Hooray!
They're all so beautiful.
They are.
Definitely.
They're gorgeous. Now I want to make a short sleeve one.
It's interesting how many different choices there are, how many different yarns were used, and how that all came up. It's the same sweater, but it's different. All at the
A lot of personalization. And this time I thought it'd be fun to, usually I just sort of like I mostly think about interspersing the remote and local goats, but this time I thought, no, it'd be really fun to see the yarn families together, sort of like, oh, Tilly and then Tilly, or vintage DK and vintage DK. And then, because there were definitely some favorites.
And then there was one that was wool and possum.
Yeah, and that is Helen.
So tell me about this.
So it was from my stash that I had for years and years and didn't know what to do with. And then this looked like the perfect fit. So I had to make sure that gauge would work. And I could show you the couple of swatches I made to try to figure that out. And so yes, managed on, let's see, it's 7 and 5 needles. The possum is just like, gives it a slight halo, like when you look on the video, the one showing the back, you can't really see the pattern much, but you can when you're closer up and when I'm wearing it, when I look at it from the front, when you're in person. But yeah, I was in New Zealand, and when you're traveling, you have to go to a yarn shop. So found some yarn with possum in it and thought, okay, can't leave that. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's let's see. Let's see, 140 yards, 50 grams.
Wow.
Whoops. Upside down. And backwards. Anyway, yeah.
That is really cool.
And it's lightweight,
Oh, yeah.
hollow fibers, they say. And they're trying to get rid of possums in New Zealand. So this is a friendly way of helping them.
I think they're invasive, right? They were non-native, and one of our local goats, Becca, went to New Zealand and came back with some possum blend yarn. And I have another little bit of possum in my stash too, like a possum blend like that. It's like an awkward amount. I'd have to find the right thing to put it with, because maybe in total I've got like 5 balls, but it's very special though.
I've used 3, so I may use 4.
Okay.
Balls.
For this. Cool.
Of course, it's short sleeves.
Yep. Okay.
Kind of Angora-ish, but not.
Is it soft?
Yeah. 40% possum. Yeah, and I have the same weirdness happening in the back of my yoke, so we'll see if I block and if possum does what everything else is doing.
Anybody else want to give us an update? Shannon, you hopped on midway. How's it going for you?
Yeah, I have a question first. You just said something about the back of the yoke being funny. Are people having issues or?
We talked about this in a couple of cases before you hopped on. Yeah, there's we're now calling it the bloopity bloopity bloop effect in the back, and it just is a little bit bumpy, and multiple reasons probable. One is the yoke was blocked, the rest of the sweater hasn't been. There's short rows happening where you are purling, so there's a little bit of maybe like slightly different tension. What else? But essentially, like I definitely had it on mine and it was looking real weird, and then blocking definitely solved it. So we're hopeful that it will also work out the same way for other folks.
Yeah, I was wondering like if it would look like a kind of a curtain or a drape or something with the extras, but I have no idea. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, it was really fun to see everybody's just now, and I'm wondering about the sleeves, actually. I'm down about halfway through my body. And as soon as I finish this tiny little bit of yarn, then I'm going to go back and fix my mistake. Because I haven't done that yet. Carry on regardless. And then I think I'll switch to do the sleeves. I'm going to do a tee. And if anybody here has done the sleeves in it for the tee, I'd be curious about. I saw some different designs or maybe lengths. I think, Teresa, did you make longer sleeves? You did a tee, but you did longer sleeves or something? Is that Teresa? Yeah, Teresa.
I did longer sleeves on the tee. I added a couple of rows in stockinette.
And because I wondered, yeah, just how you pick up and then you go straight into the making the, yeah, so you added a few rows and that seemed better for you?
For how I like my shirts, yeah. I think it's just a matter of, what you want there.
Yeah. Did anybody
Yeah,
else?
I did the same thing. I just added, well, I'll show mine because I haven't showed it yet. So here's mine. So it's got the short sleeves, but I did add, I think just three rows. Okay. So when I finished the yoke, I did the sleeves. So now I'm not too far into the body yet. And I am doing the decreases, so it gives it a little more of a fitted shape. So I hope that's going to be good.
And then did you do the twisted rib for the sleeve?
No, just a one by one rib, but I did attempt, well, I did the 1 by 1 tubular bind off, which I had never heard of. And I like Susan was a little scared to do it. Like I kept putting it off. No, don't try that right now. You're too tired. So, but I did do it successfully. So yay for that.
I had some lengths to my sleeves too. They were just, I like a little bit longer. And then I did the same thing at the bottom of the sweater at the end of my sleeve. The same with the couple garter, the little bit of the rib.
There you go. Right. Okay.
Yep.
So you went off track.
So I went with I went with the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I made the bottom on the sleeve.
I like that. Yeah.
And I did I think I gave it about an inch more than what they had. Because she said it, doesn't she say in the pattern something like this is your sweater, make it for you, or something? I forget. There's like a comment in there that was sort of like, now you can do what you want to do.
I think that I really like how the garter hem feels. So I think that might be something I return to if it sort of goes with a future sweater, because it's nice. It adds a little structure down at that bottom of the sweater without being ribbed and kind of sucky inny, which I think a lot of us enjoy.
It's very pretty. It has almost an architectural look to it.
Yeah. Very unique, but I
A
love it.
fresco.
Mhm.
Yes.
Ooh, it's Jen.
Hey, how are you? I don't know why Dylan's coming up there. He obviously my son's been in Nicky my computer. I'll be Dylan
Welcome.
today. How are you guys? Oh, look what you're wearing.
A lot of us have some Sea Havens on or finishing. A couple people are on their second sleeve.
Oh, fantastic. No, that's really cool because I've been seeing so many gorgeous ones coming through on Instagram, and it's just they're just fabulous. So it's really cool. Sorry, I'm a bit nasally. I've been trying to shake off a cold the whole month of May. It will not leave me alone. Myself and my son are playing tag. I don't know what's going on. We just keep giving it back to each other. It's like just can't get rid of it. So yeah. But anyway, is it really this cool still in Maine to wear? Yeah.
No, I've got a tank top underneath this, and I'm like, I'll make it, and I have a t-shirt right here. If I'm like starting to sweat, I'm just gonna camera off and put on the t-shirt.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Jen,
Very
it's
good.
such a pleasure to have our sweater designer here with us. And before you joined us, we had a bit of discussion here and there about how a lot of us experience the back of the sweater being a little bit lumpity bumpity, because of those short rows after you've got the blocked yoke and the non-blocked sweater body, but mine blocked out so beautifully. So the hope is that everybody else's will too.
Oh, the block, yeah, it does. Blocking is magic, but yeah. Yeah, it will probably looks like it's all up and down because you've got like the stitch pattern and then you add in the short rows underneath that, and until all that relaxes, it probably just feel a little bit like what's going on, but yeah, it will. Believe in blocking.
Deep in blocking. I might have to write that down. Also, a lot of us were speaking about how we just love the hem option of the garter, the rib, and the garter is just such a beautiful finish. So a lot of us were pretty excited about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I tried a few different ones on that, and I even tried it with a twisted rib, and I didn't, for me, I know a lot of people have done it with a twisted rib, but I actually just prefer the way it sat, and it just gave me that nice hang, doing just the general rib with the, yeah, just try to play
Heather
up
used
things.
Heather used the word, it has a bit of an architectural look, and it just
Yeah,
just give a nice bit of
yeah, actually it does. You think it's the Roman columns. There you go. It's all your what's the Doric, Ionic? No, Doric, I think. Anyway, yeah, I love architecture, so but yeah, that might be coming through in a lot of my stuff. It is kind of that way. It's kind of minimal and constructed and some sort of architecture background, but yeah.
and it just sort of gives a little bit of like weight to that hem,
Yeah,
and
it does.
finish, but without
Yeah,
any sort of sucking in.
that's it. Because sometimes I don't like stuff coming in. I just want it just to hang. And so, yeah, I think a bit of garter always does the job.
Well, Jen, I'm gonna spotlight Gwen. I want her to tell you where she's joining us from tonight.
Hello.
I'm in Kinsale, Ireland right now.
Oh my goodness, no way. You're kidding.
No,
Oh, and it looks like it's a little chilly there too. Oh,
yeah,
no.
it is a little bit.
I love Kinsale. I hope you've eaten the whole town.
Oh, yeah, we leave tomorrow and we head up to Drumullen Castle for the night,
Oh, fabulous.
and
Oh,
and
you'll be
then
treated. Yeah.
yeah, and then we're off to Galway for our last 3 days.
Oh my God. Okay, you're gonna have a blast in Galway. It's my
Yep.
favorite city on the west. Yeah, it's like crazy alive. It's like it's kind of like the New York of Ireland, I think, because there's loads going on. There's
Yep.
always something open. There's always music going on. So you'll have a great time there. Yeah,
We
that's really
already
cool.
are having a good time.
Fantastic. How long have you been there? Sorry,
Well,
just go.
we got here on Sunday, but we were supposed to get here on Friday, but our hydraulic system wasn't working on the airplane, so we spent 2 nights in Brooklyn.
Oh my, in Brooklyn. Well,
So
hey, there you go.
we had to skip over Dublin, fly directly into Shannon, and then we went to Killarney, and then
Killarney,
moved
okay.
to Kinsale.
Okay, cool. No, it's really
Did-
lovely. I used to spend a lot of summers just west of Kinsale, heading out more West Cork. So it's really nice out there. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, we did the Dingle Peninsula yesterday.
Oh,
Went to
fabulous.
Dingle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope the weather was nice for you. So
Yeah.
that's so
And I've already
awesome.
bought yarn over here, so.
Very cool.
Well, would anybody like to hold up their, or like, could we just do a little run around the room if you are working on or wearing a Sea Haven? Would anybody be willing to just like have the spotlight on them as we go around? People okay with that?
Sure.
All right, so let's see. I'm gonna have Susan, you've got your sweater all the way up, so let me spotlight Susan first.
Oh, look at that. Fabulous.
I'm having fun with it. I've enjoyed it.
It looks gorgeous.
Thank you.
So pretty.
It's really, really pretty. Actually, it goes great with your color of your dress as well, actually.
And
So
next,
you're going for long sleeves then. I see that.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
so halfway through the second one.
so good. Let's see, Shannon, see that you've got your sweater up, so I'm gonna swap the spotlight. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh,
It's
that
gorgeous.
just looks so light and beautiful. Wow, what is the yarn you're using in that?
It's DK yarn. It's wool, and it's on the round, dyed in Maine.
Oh, it's beautiful. It looks like you've got two almost having together. It's really pretty.
Yeah,
Such gorgeous icy
Iris helped
blue.
me pick it out actually, because I called on the phone and said, I don't know it. And she said, how about this one? And so, and it's just perfect. It's got this little bit, you probably can't see it, but little bit of mossy green through it.
Yeah, I can see some flecks through it. Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah, it's really
Very
pretty.
nice.
This is my
Stitched
boo-boo.
pattern.
That's my boo-boo, but I'll fix it.
Oh, you can. Yeah, we all have a boo-boo.
Let's see. It's so beautiful. Let's see. Next up, Karen, are you ready to show and
I
tell?
am.
Okay.
Here's
Oh
mine.
my God, look at all these sweaters are gorgeous. What a lovely color. Again, oh, and you've gone for the short sleeve. That's smart
Yep,
because you can always put the
short
long ones
sleeves.
on later. Fabulous.
Yeah,
That
it's
color is
been a
gorgeous.
really fun knit and a good learning experience too.
Okay, good. Okay, so what's the things you've learned?
I had never done the 1 by 1 tubular bind off, which was a little
Okay.
scary, gotta say, but I did do it.
Well done.
Yeah, it's just been fun. I enjoyed the yoke a lot, and deciding if I should do the decrease things to make some fitting to the sides, which I am doing. So yeah, it's exciting.
That's so cool. It's fantastic. Nice job.
So good. Love it. Zena, can you be up next talking about your beautiful one?
Oh, look,
Yes,
model.
that's so pretty.
So pretty.
That color is gorgeous.
That is.
Yes, I love the color. It's absolutely, I think it's very refreshing.
Yeah,
Good for
totally.
summer. I made sleeve a little longer, but I think I'm gonna shorten it. I don't like
Oh,
it
you think
that
you'd come back
much.
up a bit? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
to
wanted it
half
to
an
cover my
inch.
arm, but I think
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to
a little
shorter
more.
sleeve.
It looks
But
really
other
nice.
than that, and I had the same issue with like bunching, but after blocking, everything went into place.
It just calmed down. Great
I was
stuff.
almost ripping it off because of that bumping.
No.
But then I said, okay, I'll wash it. And I'm glad I did. I
Yeah.
put a little bit, did a little decreases here.
Shaping.
I
Yeah,
like the hem.
Nice.
Yeah.
that's
So
fantastic.
So thank you very much. It was very, very
Oh no,
attractive
thank you.
pattern.
You're welcome. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and the color is perfect with your complexion. It's really cool.
Beautiful
so
color.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'm having like a brain blank and the screen name is iPhone 9. If you're on an iPhone, are you iPhone? That's you, but like, why can't I remember your name? I'm so sorry. Oh, you're muted. Oh, I can't hear you. No. Touch your iPhone screen and see if a button comes up for muting. Let's see. I'm going to try to ask you to unmute. Let's see if I can do that.
Here I am. Why am I grabbing my phone?
Let me see. If I take you off Spotlight, can I ask you to unmute? How about that? Did I send you something? Darn it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
hard if you touch the screen with the option not come
oh,
up.
okay. Okay, so we're gonna just spotlight you and we're gonna have a quiet moment. Just hold up your sweater. Got you on the spotlight. Ah, it's looking like a beautiful pink. Pink gorgeousness. Okay, yep.
Oh wow, that
Yes.
looks gorgeous.
That is really pretty.
So
Yeah,
Very pretty.
so
This is very
pretty.
pretty. Yeah.
Mhm.
love that.
So you can hear us, but we can't hear you. Is that what's happening?
Dang it.
yeah.
If you can put your name so I can like get my brain back together in the chat if you would be so kind. Okay, so let's see. Teresa S. Do you want to have a moment to show this beautiful
Oh
yoke?
wow, love, gorgeous,
Ah,
nice. Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. It's kind of got a bit of a fade going on in it almost as well.
gorgeous. Thank you.
you.
Oh, that's a great color. It looks perfect fit.
Yeah, I was so happy when I put it on this morning.
This morning. I love it.
Just
That's
finished blocking yesterday. It's been so crazy humid here that it took so long to dry.
Oh yeah, yeah. Whereabouts are you?
I'm in Virginia.
Okay, so yeah, it's hot down there, and you had all those we'd had all the storm coming through and everything. God,
Yeah.
it's been weird. Yeah, it's crazy weather. It looks absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really loving that all the stitch definitions are coming out in all of your sweaters so well. It's fantastic. You've obviously chosen really good yarn, so it's really good.
Beautiful. And there were some people who didn't love their yarns and maybe took a break or abandoned, but now having seen some of our sweaters, they're like reinvigorated to
Okay,
get back
that's
to.
cool. Yeah, sometimes you can just feel, nah, I need to leave, and then you come back and it's like, okay, let's just give it a shot. Yeah, that's cool. No, and your stitch definition is fantastic. That's really gorgeous.
Thank you. Well, Heather, let's see your beautiful. Heather's joining us from her mobile
Oh,
office in her car.
wow, that's a great green. Oh, wow, I love it.
So pretty.
These are all so gorgeous. I'm feeling very flattered.
I did the long sleeves as well.
Very cool. That is just gorgeous.
I can't wait to wear it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I hope the weather, we have at least a couple of chilly days so I can wear my long sleeve one.
Okay, are you up north then, or?
In Maine,
Oh yeah, so okay, so yeah, just keep heading north.
But
it's
now,
absolutely stunning.
now that I've seen so many short sleeves, now I think I have to make a short sleeve as well.
I love
Well,
it.
and I mean, I don't know about you other people in Maine, but there's been like 4th of July weekends where I'm taking my down jacket out and my hat to go to the barbecue.
Yeah, that sounds
Exactly.
like Yeah, but you know, that happens everywhere, I think. And you can get these really weird days, and the way the weather's been going, I don't know what's happening, but yeah, not good.
And that yarn, that Heather, that beautiful green, is another one of our main dyer on the round, and this is the color Wicked, which I just love. It's
Okay, so that's just that on the round. Okay, it's really cool. Yeah, it's very nice. It looks so soft and cozy, as well as getting the stitches through, which is quite surprising. So it's lovely. Yeah, really
It is
great.
very soft. I loved doing the yoke.
Oh, go
The
ahead.
yoke was so much fun.
Say again, Heather, I interrupted you.
Oh, I loved knitting this yoke. It was so much fun.
That's brilliant. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Teresa Custy, do you want to hold up your beautiful Sea Haven?
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that color is gorgeous. It's just coming through on the I think I have a bad resolution with this, so can't make it out. It looks, the color is stunning.
It's
Beautiful.
very comfortable.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And I see you went for short sleeves again. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I went with summery type things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. It's fabulous.
Thank you.
It's really beautiful. And I like your anchor tee too. Is it anchor?
Oh, thank you.
Very nice.
So did I miss it? I didn't want to call on anybody who I knew like wasn't in process with theirs, but like, do you want to weigh in at all or have a little spotlight? What yarn are you thinking about if you're gonna pick up your Sea Haven again?
Well, I was one of them that I started with one yarn and it just wasn't happening. And so I had started it all over. I'm still on the yoke part.
Okay.
So I've got
Cool.
quite a bit, but I think I'm feeling better about this. I feel like the stitches are showing up a lot better. And the other one, it was a cotton and it wasn't holding up with the
And the cotton wasn't working. Wow. But
no,
yeah,
I don't think it was a very tightly twisted cotton. So it was
okay.
just sort of like, I was having problem with gauge too, because I had started
Yeah.
and stopped and restarted with a different size. So I think it was just too much of a loose. Actually, I liked in the slideshow, I was jotting down some of the yarns and somebody had used Wool and Cotton by Madeline Tosh, and I really liked that. So I think that
Yeah, I
would be
think
like
that's a
something.
50%. Yeah. The problem with 100% cotton is there's no bounce in them at all.
Mhm.
So in order to get the gauge would definitely cause you an issue because of that. And generally you have to go down needle sizes or hold it double. Because even though it's a DK cotton, it will not give you the same thing as a DK wool. So it's just, yeah, you always have to play with DK or with cottons a lot to try and get it working right. So, but cotton can definitely give you a really crisp definition, but you do have to get your gauge right, otherwise it'll fall apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we got the next one going though. I'll have to see the slideshow. I'll have to come back and rewatch the slideshow now. I'm sorry.
I have put it, I'll be uploading it to YouTube probably like tomorrow morning or something. So I'll send you a
Okay,
direct link.
fantastic. I definitely have to look at it. Yeah, no, I've a pattern going out tomorrow and I'm just like up to here. So I was just like, I couldn't get on earlier and I'm just trying to sort out home stuff as well. So it's just like, but yeah, no, I'll definitely have to come back and have a watch of it. And I'm dying to see them all because that's just the best fun. It's like when I put reels together of my testers and what they have done and you see them all together, it's like, oh my God, it's the best feeling, I have to say. There's nothing beats it, seeing your sweater knit by somebody else and they're wearing it and loving it, and it's just yay.
It's like having all like something that started in your brain. Now it's out here in the world and it's being worn and it's awesome. Yeah, we really.
Yeah, no, it's super. The feeling is amazing. You can't get over it. It's like yay. I'm like going yay. I'll be here doing happy dances. So
Oh, well, Jen, I'm so happy that you were able to pop in with us, especially on such a busy time for you. But it's been great, and it's lovely to share our work with you. And we have so appreciated and had fun with this pattern. Multiple folks thinking about their second one, not just on the Zoom, but in the shop. So that's always a great sign when
Fantastic. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
That's so good to hear. No, and I definitely, if I'm ever up Camden Way, as I say, I will be back in there. I know I was there quite some time. I worked there, I think it was 2019 when I was up in Camden. And so yeah, definitely we'll be doing it en route to probably Canada or something on a trip. So I will definitely be swinging by for some more yarn.
That would be lovely. It'd be nice to see you and meet you in person.
Yeah, definitely. You too.
Well, big thank you to everybody here on the Zoom for joining us for this fun finale, and showing off your progress and where you're at. And there will be like one last Sea Haven knit along email, and that will have the tips collated from the emails that I've sent out. That will have the link. I'll be posting the link to the slideshow on our social media, so you'll get to see that sooner. And I've got to get started on the putting together that tips page so that if you do want to come back to the Sea Haven and it hasn't been for a little bit, you can find those easily in one document.
Fantastic. That's what I call a thorough Cal. Wow, I love it. Tips and everything. That's brilliant. I'm gonna have to look at them myself.
I will definitely, I'll send you a copy of the tips pages too. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you everybody, and have a wonderful evening, and happy Sea Haven wearing. And for those of you not finished, I still love to see the finished pictures. And so send them along if you'd like to. I'd love to see them.
Yeah, do please, because I'll keep resharing them as well, because I love seeing them all. It's fantastic. So absolutely. Well, enjoy the rest of all your knits. You're almost there with a lot of them. So it's and Sleeve Island, I know people don't say they don't like it, but I love it. I just think of it like a long hat that keeps getting narrower.
Perfect. All right. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Everybody,
Bye, thank
thank you
you.
so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.